Apple's smart assistant debuted roughly a decade ago and has altered over time since then. Siri can sound natural, respond to queries in a conversational manner, recall previous conversations, and control aspects of your life while remaining private and secure. Welcome to Tech Heaven, and in this video we're taking a look at some cool Siri features you might have missed. Number 10. Personalization. As you interact with Siri on different Apple products, the intelligent assistant will use what it has learned to become more personalized. In essence, each user's Siri is distinct. To further personalize Siri, you can select from a variety of voices. In iOS 14.5, Apple added 2 new English voices, bringing the total to 4. For greater social inclusion, this version also removed gender identification from the voices. Aside from the suggestions that appear on your device, you can also create custom actions known as shortcuts. Shortcuts are now built into iOS 13, allowing even casual users to create quick interactions with their phones. Both Siri Intelligence and the voice assistant play a role in this. Additional customization is possible within Apple apps or within the voice assistant itself. You can tell Siri which of your contacts are family members, how to spell and pronounce specific names or words, and set a nickname for yourself. Number 9. Privacy and security. As with everything Apple does, Siri and its systems were designed with privacy and security in mind. Apple's processors contain a secure element that stores encrypted personal data on the device. It only uses a random identifier to send complex actions or questions to servers for parsing. You can delete and reset this identifier as well as all personalization and data at any time from settings. With iOS 14, all text-to-speech recognition will be done on the device using the neural engine. This means that features like dictation will be handled locally rather than being routed to a server for processing. Because there was some concern about how Apple was using voice data, the company added the ability for users to disable certain diagnostic tools. Previously, recordings were sent to Apple for accuracy analysis, but this is now an opt-in feature and interactions are transcribed instead. Number 8. Shortcuts. Workflow, a third-party iOS app that used available APIs to allow users to create on-device automation, has progressed to shortcuts. Apple acquired Workflow in order to lay the groundwork for shortcuts. Apple initially distinguished between manually controlled shortcuts and voice-activated Siri shortcuts. A third shortcuts category was also used for shortcuts suggested by third-party apps. To reduce confusion, the various types of shortcuts were later combined into one format. All shortcuts can now be accessed via Siri by inputting the shortcut's name as the command. With iOS 14, Apple improved several aspects of shortcuts. Automations can now run without user intervention, shortcuts on the home screen no longer launch the Shortcuts app, and the Shortcuts app now includes folders and organizing shortcuts. Number 7. Translate. Siri can translate conversations in real time using the Translate app in iOS 14. The app intelligently detects the language used by the speaker and translates it on the fly. When in landscape mode, Translate displays the conversations in both languages on either side of the screen, allowing each person to easily see translations. Siri debuted as an exclusive iPhone feature with the iPhone 4S. Since then, the feature has spread throughout the Apple ecosystem. The following examples show where Siri is and how users can use it. Number 6. Apple Watch. When a user's Apple Watch is awake and the screen is fully turned on, saying "Hey Siri" activates voice commands on the watch. Apple's wearable also has a raise to speak feature. You can raise your watch to your mouth and speak a command without saying the wake phrase. The feature debuted on the Apple Watch Series 3 in 2015. When the digital crown is held, it summons the assistant as well. This is an easy way to get Siri's attention without using a wake word or a hand gesture. If inadvertent activations occur frequently, users can disable this method. The Apple Watch also has a dedicated Siri watch face, though Apple hasn't done much to update it since its release. By the way, if you're watching us for the first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can enjoy our future videos while getting updated. Getting back to the topic, number 5. AirPods and Beats Pro. The second generation AirPods, AirPods Pro, AirPods Max, Powerbeats Pro, and Solo Pro all support Hey Siri. A double tap gesture on the first generation AirPods summons Siri. Incoming messages will be read by device equipped with the H1 processor using Announce Messages with Siri. Users can respond to these messages without saying anything. When using headphones of any kind, Siri is controlled by the connected iPhone or iPad rather than the integrated headphone-based Siri. Number 4. Headphones, headsets, and CarPlay. Siri will work with some devices that have built-in microphones and are connected via Bluetooth, lightning cable, or audio jack. On compatible devices, you can summon Apple's Assistant by pressing and holding the play, pause, or call buttons. CarPlay functionality is determined by the hardware in the device. Hey Siri or a long press on the touchscreen home button or a steering wheel call button will usually summon the assistant. In the car, using the assistant allows for safe hands-free controls such as making a call or getting directions. Interactions via CarPlay are limited to voice-only interactions to avoid distracting the driver. Number 3. HomePod and HomePod Mini. HomePod's primary user interface is Siri. Hey Siri or long pressing the glass surface on the HomePod's top will summon the assistant. Apple refers to Siri on the HomePod as a personal music expert with additional HomePod-specific functions. When asked about an artist, these include describing who they are rather than showing a page result. Number 2. Apple's Siri and social awareness. Siri is available on every iOS device and nearly every Mac, making the assistant a go-to resource for many users. Apple claims that millions of people use Siri every day, and the company wants to keep it relevant and learning. Apple frequently issues statements in response to major national events and social movements, and Siri technology occasionally joins in. Large events such as elections or terrorist attacks prompted Apple to add new Siri queries. In these cases, the company wants to keep the public informed in ways other than simply presenting a Wikipedia page. In 2020, Apple enhanced Siri understanding of election-related events, providing users with useful information about each state's primaries and caucuses. The assistant would frequently read out an answer and display a link to special Apple News coverage. As the unprecedented events of 2020 unfolded, Apple adjusted its digital assistant accordingly. The spread of the coronavirus sparked fear and skepticism, and Apple wanted its smart assistant to be a useful tool once more. Apple provided Siri with specific answers to COVID-19 questions, as well as links to the CDC and maps directions to testing centers. When the George Floyd protests erupted, so did the demand for fact-checked information. As misinformation spread, Apple updated Siri to steer users towards facts and context. If users asked Siri about All Lives Matter, she would respond by directing them to the Black Lives Matter page. Apple added new English-speaking voices to Siri in a beta version of iOS 14.5. But more importantly, the update removed gender identifiers from the voices. Instead of defaulting to a specific voice sound, users will be given a choice during setup. On the International Transgender Day of Visibility, these announcements were made. Number 1. The future of Siri. Apple will discontinue the HomePod in 2021 without a replacement device. Some speculate that Apple will abandon the smart assistant race and the smart speaker market entirely. Those concerns, however, are unfounded, as the HomePod Mini is still available for purchase, and new features are being developed and released on a regular basis. Apple may release a Siri-enabled home device, a HomePod replacement with a screen that serves as the smart home's central computer. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What is your favorite Siri feature? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.